Just sack the Fat Oaf. There aren't many MPs that impress me. Of the ones that I've met, which is quite a few, in fact pretty much none of them have impressed me. However, one that did is David Davis when I met him. Very down to earth, decent guy, speaks his mind and isn't afraid to tell you what he thinks, which is something that I like, wears his heart on his sleeve. But he's also pragmatic and sensible, and he's been talking about Lammy's disastrous getting rid of jury trials and the bullshit figures that Lammy's been coming out with that have now been completely discredited.
He tells us that 3% of cases, 3%, are heard by juries now. He says it will, when doing away with the juries, will reduce it by 20%. That means this whole reform, with its dramatic impact on our justice system, is going to save him 0.5%. 3 times 20%, 0.6%. It's not going to move. It's not going to move the dial at all. It's not going to have any impact on the delays in the court system.
So 0.5% of cases, and Lammy trying to say it's only 3% of cases heard by juries, and that simply isn't true. We all know why they're doing it. They want to be able to imprison you and do whatever they like. And you will have no right of appeal, by the way, if it's from the magistrates' court. And they want to give magistrates who are not qualified in law, although they do have a clerk of the court in there to advise them on legal matters, somebody who is qualified in law, they want to give them the powers to sentence you up to 18 months without the right to appeal. It's just to silence people. But of course they're using sex crimes as an excuse to push this through. They're sick people. Horrible people. This is Lammy, who cannot communicate in any way, shape or form, just like Starmer. Absolutely awful. He's so bad, Lammy, that Number 10 have just given him, or imposed upon him, an extra member of staff for his comms. Someone they consider to be an expert, because Lammy is so bad at communicating with people. But given the comms that comes out of Number 10 these days, and how disastrous that is, looking at the polls as well, I don't think I'd want anybody from Number 10 working with me, but I do concede, as I always do, that working in comms for this bunch of shitheads must be very, very difficult indeed.